Chuck Berry wasn't just a musician. He was the foundation upon which rock and roll was built. His pioneering guitar riffs, energetic performances, and clever lyrics made him one of the most influential artists in music history. With hits like Johnny B. Goode, Maybelline, and Roll Over Beethoven, Berry created the blueprint for rock and roll, inspiring generations of artists from the Beatles to Jimi Hendrix. His career was filled with highs and lows, but his legacy remains untouchable. Born Charles Edward Anderson Berry on October 18, 1926, in St. Louis, Missouri, Berry grew up surrounded by rhythm and blues, gospel, and swing music. His love for music developed early, and by the time he was a teenager, he was already performing. However, his path to stardom wasn't immediate. Before music became his career, Berry worked in factories and even served time in prison as a young man. But his passion for the guitar never faded. In the early 1950s, Berry's career took a major turn when he met blues legend Muddy Waters, who encouraged him to approach Chess Records in Chicago. In 1955, Berry recorded Maybelline, a song that fused rhythm and blues with country influences, creating a fresh, exciting sound. The track became a massive hit, reaching #1 on the R&B charts and crossing over to mainstream audiences. It was the birth of rock and roll as a dominant force in music. Berry's music stood out not only because of his infectious melodies and unforgettable guitar riffs, but also because of his storytelling. His lyrics painted vivid pictures of teenage life, cars, rebellion, and romance. Songs like School Days, Sweet Little 16, and You Never Can Tell captured the spirit of youthful energy and freedom, making Berry the voice of a new generation. Beyond his music, Berry was known for his signature stage moves, including the iconic duck walk, a move that became a staple of rock performances. His showmanship influenced countless artists, including Mick Jagger, Bruce Springsteen, and AC/DC's Angus Young, who adopted his energetic stage presence. Berry's impact on rock and roll was undeniable, but his career was also marked by controversy. In 1959, he was arrested and convicted on charges related to transporting a minor across state lines, leading to a prison sentence that temporarily derailed his career. Despite this setback, Berry made a comeback in the 1960s, continuing to release music and perform. His influence on future rock stars was enormous. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and Bob Dylan all cited him as a major inspiration. The Beatles covered Roll Over Beethoven, while the Rolling Stones' first hit was a cover of Come On. Even in later years, artists like Prince, Bruce Springsteen, and Keith Richards openly credited Berry as a fundamental influence on their sound. In 1972, Berry scored his only #1 hit with My Ding-a-Ling, a novelty song that became a surprising commercial success. Though it wasn't his most critically acclaimed work, it proved his enduring popularity. In 1986, Berry was one of the first inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, solidifying his place as one of music's most important figures. Even NASA recognized his cultural impact, sending Johnny B. Goode into space on the Voyager Golden Record as an example of Earth's finest music. Berry continued performing well into his later years, proving that rock and roll never truly ages. He passed away on March 18, 2017, at the age of 90. But his music and influence continue to thrive. His contributions to rock and roll shaped an entire genre, making him one of the most essential artists in history. Chuck Berry's legacy isn't just about the songs he wrote or the records he sold. It's about the way he changed music forever. His energy, talent, and innovation laid the groundwork for every rock and roll artist who followed. Without Chuck Berry, rock as we know it wouldn't exist. His music lives on, ensuring that the father of rock and roll will never be forgotten.